Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cooking on Caffeine. I'm Megan and today I'm going to show you how to make my vegan, dairy-free, cheese-free mac and cheese. Before I get started cooking, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody that sent me well wishes, thoughts, prayers, all of that. I am finally on the other side of COVID. Now I'm immunocompromised, so it was a little bit scary for me. The meds actually, I found out they had milk in them, so that's why this is happening, but I didn't want to wait a month or two for my skin to clear up to show you guys how to make this awesome vegan macaroni and cheese. With that said, let's get started. As promised, the ingredients in this are really simple. First, you're going to want to have your vegan pasta. I'm going to use shells today, but you can use whatever the heck you want. And yes, you can use gluten-free. I'll tell you how to do that in a bit. We are going to use vegetable broth, plant milk, whatever your favorite plant milk is. Just remember that any sweetness in it is going to come through in the mac and cheese. So I like this Planet oat milk, the extra creamy, because it's not sweet at all. It doesn't come across as sweet in my cheese sauces or anything like that. Plus it's awesome in coffee. You're going to want vegan mayo. Of course, vegan mayo. You didn't think I would give you a recipe without mayo in it, huh? And then we've got our vegan butter. This is my favorite plant-based butter right here, but use whatever you want. This right here is the secret to making it taste like the Kraft Blue Box version. You can omit the saffron if you want. The irony is not lost on me that the most expensive spice in the world is what makes this taste cheap. Just trust me on it though. And then this is what's going to help give us color and a little bit of the tang of boxed mac and cheese right here. If you want it to be a little bit more sharp, like a sharp cheddar, you can add a little bit of mustard in it, or you can add like a couple tablespoons of sauerkraut brine. But as far as ingredients go, y'all, this is it. This is the secret to making a vegan version of Kraft Blue Box mac and cheese. And as far as equipment goes, this is all you need. A deep skillet with a lid and something to stir it that falls behind your stuff, just like that. Let's get started. We are going to put our pan over medium-high heat. Take that lid off, and we're going to add, for a pound of pasta, 2 cups each of oat milk and broth. If you don't have broth, go ahead and use water. If you do have broth, use whatever the heck broth you want. This is what we're using today. So we got 2 cups of our milk. I'm going to add 2 cups of broth to that, to total 2 plus 2. Correct, 4 cups, just like that. I'm going to pour it straight into my pan. We're going to heat this up to a boil, clean up the mess that we made. We're going to pretend this didn't happen, okay? So we are getting our liquid boiling here. We're going to throw our pasta in there in just a minute, but I want to make a note that if you're using either water or a low sodium broth, you're going to want to throw some salt in here right now. The reason is because when we put the pasta in there, it's going to absorb the flavor of this liquid here. And if you don't have any salt in there, then your pasta is not going to be very flavorful. So make sure you salt that stuff, okay? Please, please. Also of note, this is a simmer, guys. This is not a boil. Keep waiting a little bit longer before you add your pasta. All right, we're boiling now, eh? Cooking with gas now. Just kidding, it's still electric. But this is the boil. Now we're ready to add our pasta. So pour in your pasta, and we're gonna stir this right away so that it doesn't stick. Our pasta doesn't stick to itself. So keep stirring it until the liquid returns to a boil, and we're gonna cook it according to the package directions on the lower end. My pasta here says to cook for 7 to 9 minutes, so we're gonna do 7 minutes. While I am stirring my pasta here, I want to give you guys a quick note on gluten-free pastas. Yes, you can do this with gluten-free pasta. I would recommend, if you have one that's like rice-based that falls apart easily, that you boil it for 1 minute less than what your package instructions say. 1 minute less, and then if it's regular gluten-y pasta, just do it on the lower end of whatever the packaging calls for. After 7 minutes, this is what I have. And good gravy, what is that? So much liquid. It's good gravy. Actually, that's what's going to turn into our cheese sauce. So now turn the heat to low and stir in your can of V8 or tomato juice, or if you can't do that, some roasted red pepper paste works really well. And if you can't do nightshades at all, then go ahead and add a little bit of beet juice. Just a little bit, not much. Just enough to give it some color. And we're not done yet. Don't freak out. So the liquid from boiling the pasta that was left is going to thicken up with this and make a dreamy, creamy sauce. Now I want to add a little bit more color to this because it's a little bit of like a pink sauce. So I'm going to add my saffron, which I said was the secret to making this look and taste like Kraft Blue Box. As I said, saffron is very expensive. It is the most expensive spice in the entire world, so we're not going to use a whole lot. Plus, if you use a lot, it'll start to taste very metallic. But about 20 threads for this whole batch. We'll add a bunch of yellow to it and also give it that cardboard box kind of flavor. I'm warning you ahead of time because we're trying to make it taste like it came from a box, so we got to get a little bit of that box flavor in there. I promise it's magic, okay? Just trust me. Now after 2 minutes, we're going to turn off the heat and we're going to add in a half a cup of vegan butter and a half a cup of vegan mayo. And hopefully not throw the entire thing in our pasta. Okay, we cleaned all that up. Now we got, like I said, half a cup of butter, half a cup of mayo, and as you can see, it's starting to look very mac and cheesy. Now this is what you've got after you have stirred in the butter and the mayo. You can also stir in buffalo if you want, and then of course the saffron like we did right now if you feel like it. Salt, pepper, any kind of spices, paprika, etc., etc. Anything you want to add in here, this is when you would do it. So you're going to stir it. Our heat is off. We're going to put a lid on it and let it sit for 5 minutes before serving and enjoying. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me about this pan whenever I use it in my videos. I will put up here somewhere the video that I made unboxing it. It's called Tramontina. It's an all-in-one plus, and I got it at Sam's Club. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, but a lot of people, as of the filming of this video, said that they're getting it for about 30 bucks at Sam's, which is half off of what I paid for it, and I'm actually tempted to go buy a whole bunch more. So if you like it, Tramontina all-in-one plus. It came with a steamer, and then also came with this handy dandy wooden spatula, and I highly recommend it. It's ceramic coated on the inside, super easy to clean. I love it a whole lot. So that tangent. Now we're ready to open this up and check it out. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, mac and cheese. Super creamy, nut-free, cheese-free, coconut-free, all the things free that you need it to be. Vegan mac and cheese. So that's it, my recipe for easy, creamy, delicious vegan mac and cheese, made ultimately allergy friendly, so using whatever is safe for you. Hopefully you'll be able to enjoy this. If you're making it for later, I recommend making it right when it's time to eat, serving it right away. But if you can't do that, you can pep it back up with just a splash of milk, heat it, splash of milk, stir it up. It'll bring it right back. And then you can also bake this in the oven with breadcrumbs on top, some extra vegan cheese on top if you feel like it, or my vegan pizza cheese poured over the top, and then baked. I like to serve it to my kids with frozen peas added, with broccoli added is really good. I also like to add some sliced up vegan hot dogs to it for a taste of my childhood. But that's it, y'all. Super simple, super easy to make. I hope you love it. I hope it becomes a part of your family's meal rotation. And thank you so much again for tuning in, and again for all the well wishes and prayers and thoughts. So happy to be on the other side of COVID and enjoying some mac and cheese. So thank you guys. May you and your coffee both be strong.